Well, hi guys, welcome to RCC Adventures on the day after the MOT. Didn't film it, didn't see much point. Didn't do an MOT check on this. I just sort of just chucked it in and just hoped for the best. And yeah, it failed. Nothing major though. It failed on, get the key stay there, the handbrake cable. So, I can't remember on what side it was. I think it was the off side, which is the right hand side, and yeah, I think it was the right hand side, and it's not on the caliper because it's seized. So we'll try and unseize it. Then hopefully, if I can unseize it, we can chuck it in on the MOT, the retest anyway, and go from there. Right, so let's get the car up in the air, put it on an axle stand, and then we can get the wheel off and have a look. I'm going to show you what it means by if it's not attached. So if we look at this side, if you look over there, yeah, we're getting closer. So we're looking right there. So you've got the arm there, that moves, that's the cable, that's the bit that it sticks into, that all moves. Nice. So if we go over to this side, yeah, you see it's not actually attached at all, so it's supposed to be connected there, and it's all the way down there. So we've got to try and sort this cable out. So if you follow it, goes all the way past the fuel tank and then into the car. So we'll have to go into the car probably, disconnect it, or try and get it to try and get some WD down to it. Might have to replace it, so it might not be an easy job, easy straight away job. What I'm going to do for now is try and get some WD-40 into it, and then leave it for a few hours and see if it does anything. If it doesn't, then we'll have to remove it. But yeah, this is all it failed on. This is all it failed on the MOT was the handbrake. Which just means that this car is in a very, very good condition. And it's done just shy of 170,000 miles. And it's only got that, which is an issue. So we'll get that sorted, get the MOT on it, and then it will be going up for sale. More than likely going up on eBay if nobody from the Volkswagen Club wants to have the opportunity to own it. So we'll keep an eye on the gate just in case the dog tries to get out. But yeah, let's get into putting some WD-40 on and see if we can get it to soak. Fun. We are dealing with inside, so I've taken out the cup holder and the little ashtray there. If you look in there, so we'll probably unwind that nut if we have to release it, and it's the right hand side one. That's the only if we have to take it out. But we're going to try and get some WD-40 in there somehow. Probably have to start at this end and work our way across, maybe, I don't know. It's all a guessing game at the minute. It might actually end up being easier just to take the cable out of the car and then trying it that way. Trying to get some more WD-40 in there. Or it might be just replacing it. But if you've been on this channel before, then you know that I try and fix what we've got rather than just replacing it with new. So let's get to when I take the clip off where it's being held to where the caliper is, and see if I can get some area or something like that to be able to get the WD-40 in there and go from there. Yeah, let's go to the next thing. So hopefully you can see it is a bit dark under the car, unfortunately. We're going to try and get this clip off here to then drop the cable down, and then we can see if we can get it in there somehow. It does move. We might be alright, we might be able to connect it back up again and we'll be all good. But they said it was seized, so Doesn't seem to want to go any further than that, mind you. So I want you to wind it off. That does move, but that might be just the initial bit that is moving. Don't know. It's a weird one. Right, let's get it out of that thingy. I know I'm not using the correct tool for this, but as long as it gets the job done. Ow. Now. Okay, so that's that. I'm not sure if you can see. So, sorry. See if we can get some WD-40 in there. Now it's getting all the way down my arm. Because you can hear it somewhere, kind of binding up. Might need to slacken it off. Weird. It's weird how it won't extend any further than that to get to there. Right, I think our best bet, whilst I'm trying not to touch all the cream interior, is to take the cable out, take it into the shed, so you weren't looking at anything I was doing. So I'll undo all of that. I'll do that off camera, and then we'll get the cable in the shed. It seems like there's somewhere inside the sheath that it is getting caught up on. That's what it seems like. Right, okay, so I've got the cable back into place now. I've been away for a while. I had a bit of food. I'm going to show you now. The cable is now back in situ. Obviously, we've got to adjust it, because I think the other cable, which is still attached, actually might be stretched. That's why it was at a weird angle. But we've also got to attach it to the caliper. But because when I pulled the cable out, the whole tube came out, which is not supposed to happen, but it did. But I've got the cable to move now. It was a bit rusty. Always with cream interior. Trying not to make a mess, and it's proving very, very tricky. Right, so I'm not going to show you because it'll take some time, but I'm going to have to adjust the adjuster down there, wind it off as much as I possibly can, and see if we can get it to adjust so there's a handbrake across both sides, even with a stretch cable. Or tomorrow I'll go get another cable for that side, because it's a lot longer than it shouldn't be, I don't think. Eating my beard. It's trouble when you've been underneath the car. But I did completely and utterly spray the crap out of it in WD-40. So there's no excuses for it not to work now. And it moved freely when it was out of the car, so we'll see. Let's try and connect it up to the caliper, and then we'll go and try and adjust it at the adjuster. And hopefully then we have a handbrake, and then we can get an MOT on it, and then I can put it up for sale. Yeah. Excuse the noise in the background. My neighbours are having work done to the house. Right, so let's see. This shouldn't come out, so it extends now, which is more than what it was doing before. poke it through there, get it to go in there. Right, so that is now in situ. Let's get this in place. Can't quite remember how that went on. I'm assuming like that. Just got to hold it in place, hasn't it? So it's got to be able to go over that bit there. Yeah? Does that make sense to you guys? Makes sense to me, kinda. Over there, maybe. Yeah, that sounds right. That seems right. Okay, so we are connected there, connected there. So this end, apart from putting it back on the hooks along here, which we do now. Ow. That goes that way. That comes out in. What do I do with the pliers? Well, I ain't got pliers with me, wherever. Should have them in the tool bag actually. Yep, I have. Just to clamp that up a bit. The tube itself is in place as well, so all good on that front. So at the back of the car, the handbrake is as good as it can be. No idea what it is. It's not metal. Kind of holds it. You get the idea. That's in there. There's another one somewhere, wasn't there? Pretty sure I unhooked it from another one. There. Just to keep it out of the way. Right, so now let's go to the adjuster, which I will start unwinding and then come back to you when there's a point of we can put it all back together and hopefully have a handbrake. I think that's right. Looks the same as the other side. Yeah, okay. Okay, so attached there all the way along. This is what I mean by it's stretched. So look at that. I'll try and get it at that kind of angle. They're not the same length anymore. So if this works, which I think it is, I think we're golden. I'm going to put the handbrake on and I'm going to see. Well, what I'll do is I'll put you down here, looking up at the cable. Everything's there. Yeah. And you can see if it's moving or not. Now obviously you saw that, I didn't, so I'm going to have to review the footage. Well, I believe it's working, because it only goes up 4 clicks, which is good. So, whilst my hair is defying all laws of physics, I'm going to watch back the footage, and then hopefully job done. Right, so no, as you saw in that, it wasn't moving. I think it's actually more of the arm of the caliper that isn't moving, rather than the cable, because the cable itself was. See that brake? Is the handbrake on? That's a fair shout. No. Okay, so that wheel should be moving. Well, disc. What we'll do is we'll put a wheel nut in. We'll cut the wheel nuts in and see if we can remove it with the breaker bar. Might have a drag-in brake. Which will be interesting to see. Right. I'll put you there. Don't know if you're looking at anything important. I'm kind of looking at what I'm looking at. See if we can get this to move. Nope. Okay, that's weird. So the handbrake is acting like it's on now. Okay, I'm going to back off from the adjuster. See if that makes any difference. Because technically it's working now. Maybe when I was doing the adjuster it actually pulled it down a bit. Might well have done. Okay, let's do the adjuster again then. Okay, so it turns out it's actually a sticky arm here. So I do that. That's how it was. Sorry. That comes back off again, and then the discs move. So if I now pull the handbrake, we should see movement, which probably means that I need to WD the crap out of that knob. Let's break the handbrake. Right, so that's the handbrake on now. And that's not going anywhere. So yeah, it turns out this job just got longer because it's not just the cable that was seized, but the arm on the back of the caliper for the handbrake is seized. There is no spring to it. It doesn't go back. You use the screwdriver to push it down. You have to push it back up with the screwdriver. I've even turned the nut off. I've taken the arm off as well. And yeah, so this job just got longer. And now it's time to do some research. So this will probably end up being the end of today. We'll come back and do some more tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, I think the car's going to be up on action stands a bit longer. Work out what's going on with this caliper. Might have to go down the breaker's yard and get another caliper. Don't really want to do that, but might have to. So, see you tomorrow. Well, I seem to have sussed it off camera. Just kept basically spraying it with WD-40 and just kept going and going and going. It does bind slightly, but so does the other side. So it's doing basically the same as the other side. So if I show you, that's the handbrake off. So it moves nice and easily. Right, if I get it into position. What's going on here? There you go. Right, bear with me. Get you under there. I'll zoom you in as well so you can full on look at the thing. You'll see it move. Handbrake fully engaged and we'll put all my weight into it now. Going nowhere. Right, release it again. Fully released. And wheel turns. Right, so now let's move to the next scene where I'm taking it to the retest. We're going to head off to the MOT station now. So it's out the handbrake at the moment, it hasn't moved like it did before. Which makes sense with the fact that it's okay because one kick really will hold the car rather than just hopefully it should pass quite easily this time because it was a 60% is a pass. Then really your handbrake has to be plenty of 13% and it was on one side. So there's no reason why it wouldn't pass it. So I'm going to head there now and then we'll pick it up hopefully when this is past its MOT. So yeah, then accept one for that. Which will be putting this up for sale. Right, she's now come off choke. I'm now going to head over there and we'll catch her in a bit. Right, so we're back from the MOT now. I just drove home because it was easier. Right, so that is the old fail sheet. But now we have a pass sheet with one minor defect, which I was told about before, and it's not that really much of a problem because it's actually, if you have two license plate lights, only one has to work. So that's why it's a defect. So registration plate inoperative in case of multiple lamps or light sources offside. I do kind of know about that one. I kind of forgot about it when I had the bumper off, however long ago it was, when I painted it. I took the lights out so obviously I could spray around without getting them covered. And I noticed that the offside, so driver's side, right hand side, that the actual sort of light cluster, the tiny little light cluster, was damaged. And I noticed that, and I thought, oh, I better go down to Silver Lake, which is our local scrapyard, and get a new one. That was quite a while ago now, and I completely forgot. So it's still like that now, but it's not a problem. It can pass an MOT just with one. So. All happy with that, but now she's got a pass certificate. That means it's up for sale time. I'm not so sure. I know it's got to be done, has to happen. I can't afford to run this car. It costs far too much money, which when we've got as many cars in the fleet as we have, we need as much money as we possibly can. So if we have to try and get rid of one to get another one, I know it sounds stupid, but getting a cheaper running vehicle, because that's the main issue with this, is because it's a V5, it drinks fuel like there's no tomorrow. So that's why it's got to go. Plus the insurance is quite high as well. Road tax is quite high as well. But I just want to address this car as a whole. I've had this car 3 years now, so this was its third MOT in my ownership, and I had it about 3, maybe 4 weeks prior to an MOT is when I bought it. I did a load of work to it, which on the channel there are videos for, to get it to its MOT, and it passed, and it has been faultless those 3 years. Okay, apart from the drive shaft and the arm on top of the gearbox, those sort of, both of them going up the Swanee, but other than that, the car's been faultless. It does come up with an engine warning light saying that there's the secondary air system efficiency is below average, and the efficiency on bank 1 it keeps coming up with. So there's 2 error codes it keeps coming up with, but with my code reader I'd get rid of that and then it's fine for several miles and then it comes back, but it doesn't affect the way it runs. It's not surprising really for a car that's almost done 170,000 miles. It's done 169,671, which ain't bad. It drives faultlessly. There's nothing really wrong with the car. I did address the paintwork, as you know, cheaply, twice cheaply. £30 worth of rust paint was the initial part, and then another £12 of chalkboard paint. And as far as I'm concerned, she looks great. will be going up for sale probably on eBay, but I'm going to have a word with the Volkswagen Club first, see if anybody there wants it. If not, then it'll be going up on eBay. I said before that I'd like to try and get around 1200 quid, or anything close to £1,000 really, because obviously the money that it gets from this will then go on to the next cheap running Volkswagen. And I think I've narrowed it down to 3 models of Volkswagen. One being a Passat, like the Passat behind, which is Dad's car, which there's a video on doing a tow bar, and when we first test drove it. A Beetle like Emma's Beetle, one of those, but probably as well being a diesel, maybe a 1.6, depending, because there's loads of petrols, or a newer Golf. That's what I've narrowed it down to. But we'll have to see. So we've got to get rid of this first, and then we'll look at getting something else. I'm not saying any of the other cars. Major's definitely not leaving. Ron's too early of an example of a smart car to get rid of, and they're quite hard to find, and it's the same with Minnie. She's a rare model. So this one, unfortunately, has pulled the short straw, and it's the one that's got to go. And the other cars are Dad's and Emma's, so I have no say in that. But anyway, I'm rambuting. You know that it's passed, and it's going to be going up for sale very soon. How long it's going to be, I don't know. Probably as soon as I possibly can, because now, obviously, today it's got a fresh MOT. And we'll catch you in the next one, guys. If you could please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell and hit the like button so more people can see my videos, and hit me up any comments as well. If you're wanting to buy it, don't do it in the comments, because it could get missed. I'll put the link, maybe not in this video but in the next video. I'll put a link to, if it's on eBay. Or you might miss out the opportunity entirely if someone from Volkswagen Club wants it. Yeah, I did almost have a buyer for it 2 days ago actually. A mate of mine who's actually a subscriber. He was asking if I knew anybody who was selling a car, and funnily enough, I'm selling a car. And in the end, he decided to go somewhere else because it was cheaper and it was a lot less miles and it would be cheaper to run, which makes sense. Anyway, yeah, I think I've spoken enough now. Again, it's another video where I've done nights. You're going to have a lot of those. Yeah, I feel tired now. It's probably worth me going to bed. I know it's daylight still, but yeah, bedtime. My pillows sound good right now. Yeah. Anyway, cheers.